In little over 40 years, the United Arab Emirates has transformed into a global centre of business, tourism and economic development. Abu Dhabi, this inspirational country's capital and home to the Al Nahyan royal family, as well as many important offices of the federal government, has grown into a cosmopolitan metropolis with a diverse geography consisting of over 200 islands. The many islands of Abu Dhabi all offer a unique experience and landscape, with Saadiyat Island housing world-class leisure, residential, business, and will be home to a wealth of arts and culture with major developments of the Zayed National Museum, Louvre and Guggenheim, all planned to present Abu Dhabi as a prominent cultural epicenter. Sir Baniyas Island, one of the largest islands in Abu Dhabi and home to Arabia's largest wildlife reserve, shows the majestic beauty of the emirate and additionally offers sites of historical significance. Yas Island, with Yas Marina Circuit hosting the F1 Grand Prix, theme parks and renowned hotels and resorts. Fundamental to this recent transformation and development are the creation and maintenance of new coastline and land reclamation. National Marine Dredging Company, NMDC, was established as a dredging division of Abu Dhabi National Oil Company, ADNOC, in 1976. NMDC was then founded and has been trading independently since 1979. Combined with the vision of His Highness Sheikh Zayed and the present support from the Abu Dhabi government through His Highness Sheikh Khalifa, NMDC has advanced with accomplished experience and progressed to become one of the top 3 dredging and marine construction companies in the Middle East, aspiring to be the largest player in the region. In May 2010, National Marine Dredging Company was proud to dredge its 1 billionth cubic metre, creating new land, future developments, and while maintaining a concern for the environment and a passion for excellence. Today, the dredging operations are a highly sophisticated business, using the latest in modern technology to develop and provide our clients with their needs and to exceed their expectations. Our extensive services include complete dredging and reclamation works, inclusive of survey works, design of the Construction Environment Management Plan, monitoring for compliance and proactive QHSE program throughout the project, reporting of progress to the client, and on-time delivery of the service. A few of our core activities consist of capital and maintenance dredging, the deepening of water passages, seaport construction, land reclamation, construction of breakwaters and quay walls, oil and gas-related construction services, environmental protection works, inclusive of cleaning of beaches and seabeds, and also the managing, investment and establishing industrial marine-related projects, as well as several other services, all of which are handled by highly skilled and dedicated professionals. Due to the nature of the industry, health, safety and the environment are of paramount importance, and stringent safety measures are enforced at all times in all projects. Similarly, environmental issues are researched and addressed so as to minimize the impact of our presence with the diligent handling of waste products. The Mangroves, located in the Eastern Mangrove area, are an iconic landmark of Abu Dhabi and a very special project for NMDC in that it was engaged as an environmental project. This is a direct result of the former dredging experience NMDC had in another mangrove reservation, whereby the growth of the mangroves were rejuvenated and flourished, and a very important impact on the environment and wildlife. Over 1 million cubic meters of material was dredged, reclaimed and used for the area. The Musafir Channel project at Musafir Industrial City, Abu Dhabi, was vital to the growth and development of the region by allowing ships of up to 9-meter draft to pass. The channel is 63.5 kilometers long, 200 meters wide, with a depth of 9 meters. The project entailed dredging of 65 million cubic meters of soil, using the latest cutting and suction dredgers, ensuring Musafir Industrial City can remain one of the primary industrial areas in the UAE. The Corniche Beach Development Project is now enjoyed by up to 30,000 to 50,000 visitors every month. The scope of work consisted of the development of a 3.5-kilometre beachfront, 50% of which is new beach, 50% portion was existing beach, and is protected with a submerged rock sill below the water from erosion caused by tidal forces, with a top layer of beach sand equal to any internationally acclaimed beach. The Zakum Offshore Field Project is one of the most important projects to date and is planned to increase oil and gas productivity in oil fields out at sea. The islands are 84 kilometers north of Abu Dhabi and are one of the largest offshore living structures in the world. National Marine Dredging Company's fleet consists of 14 dredgers, both light and heavy, from 2,000 to 30,000 kilowatt capacity. Of these is the head dredger at 117 meters long, 22 meters wide, and 50 meters high, with 6 meters submerged, with the ability to dredge underwater from a depth of 27 meters, and the capability to dredge and pump 4,500 cubic meters an hour. This is in addition to 55 other vessels, including locomotives, supporting locomotives, and different towing tugs to assist barges as they transport soil, sand, rock, and other supplies. Among these are pumping and boosting stations, as well as various survey boats and support crafts, all working together as NMDC's vast fleet of vessels and equipment create new land and developments. The first step in constructing an island is the survey work, which is carried out with the use of GPS equipment for the pre-reclamation works and specially built hydrographic survey vessels. These are equipped with the latest dual-frequency echo sounders and sonar equipment, which are able to log data directly to onboard computers, plotting detailed survey charts. The survey work is an ongoing process throughout the construction development. Once survey work has been established, rock sourced from quarries is delivered to ports and loaded onto ships and barges. The rock is then taken to the desired location to create the first feature of the island, the breakwater. The breakwater is designed and positioned to take the most stress from the sea and will incur the greatest impact annually, shielding the islands and its assets from harsh seas. One of the most important roles of the breakwater is to provide protection to the harbour, allowing boats and other marine equipment to seek shelter through stormy weather. After a sufficient amount of rock has been placed by barges and marine vehicles, additional rock will be deposited using land vehicles, such as loaders, dumper trucks, excavators and cranes. With the rock in place, a crucial geotextile is installed over the rock, preventing the migration of sand through the sea defence. Geotextile is a permeable fabric which has the ability to protect and reinforce soil or rock. This is done with the assistance of highly trained scuba divers. Without a geotextile barrier, sand would move through the rock with the flow of water and would eventually cause the island to be unstable and wash away. The next step is to deposit sand around and against the inside of the newly created bunds to form the beginnings of the island. This reclamation is done using various techniques such as direct dumping, rainbowing, and dumping through pipelines, where large quantities of sand and water are pumped and dispersed evenly over the desired locations. Now with sand deposited, Vibro compaction can begin. Vibro compaction, also known as Vibro flotation, is the process of compacting soils and sands with the use of depth vibrators and jets of water or air. This method puts the sand into a liquid-like state, similar to what happens to sand during an earthquake, allowing the particles to compact and densify. This technique eliminates the risk of liquefaction in the event of earthquakes and allows for construction to take place on the once relatively loose sand. This process is repeated many times in a triangular grid-like pattern until all of the ground on the island is evenly compacted. Now preparations for the concrete armour are taking place. Interlocking concrete blocks are carefully positioned. These provide the first line of defence against the ocean, with their unique shape designed to break the water and reduce the destructive power in the waves. An essential part of the offshore islands is the harbour, providing mooring and offloading facilities for various types of vessels and barges. Each harbour contains a gravity quay wall structure built up from large precast concrete blocks. The complete quay wall of each harbour is around 10 metres high and 350 metres long and built up by about 1,200 concrete blocks each. For different island projects, NMDC decides to construct these quay walls using two different construction methods. For the shallower islands, building a quay wall in wet is the chosen installation method. This method relies entirely on the use of marine equipment such as crane barges, supply barges, tugboats, and are assisted by diving teams and GPS equipment. Because the seabed is shallower than the bottom of the foundation level, the footprint of the quay wall foundation needs to be dredged before the installation of the foundation layer can start. The foundation for the quay wall consists of two layers of rock. The first layer is the actual foundation, and the second one, called the bedding layer, consists of smaller graded rock and is intended to provide a smooth and levelled foundation, allowing an equal distribution of loads on the quay wall blocks over the entire foundation. These rock layers are installed by the use of GPS-equipped crane barges and levelling frames and are guided by specialised diving teams. Once the foundation layer is installed, the block wall installation works can start. The precast concrete blocks are delivered by flat-top barges and moored to the crane pontoon. The requirement to install each precast concrete block within very tight tolerances makes this a particularly delicate operation, especially because the majority of the blocks have to be installed underwater. For the Zakam Islands project, unstable subsoil was removed and replaced with sand as it was not stable enough to support the quay wall loads. Due to potential liquefaction of the sand under seismic conditions, the sand needed to be compacted by Vibro compaction before the quay wall foundation could be installed. Since Vibro compaction operations are much more efficient in dry conditions, the complete harbour area had to be reclaimed to provide access for the Vibro compaction equipment. NMDC has therefore chosen to change the standard installation methodology in wet to installation in dry. Dewatering pumps and a temporary sheet pile wall were installed around the complete quay wall area, allowing lowering of the water to the foundation level. The normal sea level has been lowered down to 10 metres, allowing NMDC to excavate the entire quay wall area up to the foundation level, and the complete installation of the quay wall to be executed in dry conditions. Since divers and marine equipment are no longer required, this method enables a significant reduction in installation time of the complete quay wall. Once the concrete quay wall blocks are installed up to their final level, the scour protection, capping beams, concrete infills, bollards, fenders and other quay wall components can be installed, and the dewatered trench can be flooded. Once the normal sea level has been re-established, the sand inside the harbour can be dredged up to the final harbour depth to provide a completely finished and operational harbour for the client. Possible only with some daring ingenuity and the hard work and cooperation of many individuals working together as one team. All key components are in place, the function and purpose of the island can become reality, and the final recreational features can be added. Living quarters, drilling stations or habitats installed and left for nature, and the surrounding wildlife to blossom and grow. Be it for the oil and gas industry, a financial or industrial hub, a seaport or a new holiday resort, NMDC has the years of experience, the technical expertise and the passion for excellence that combines to provide effective solutions to our customers.